Hola, minasan! Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back for the first round of Chainsaw Man. That's right. This is the debut of Chainsaw Man here on the channel. Going to cover chapters 1 through 38, which is the equivalent of season 1 anime. This is the first attempt at doing seasonal manga. The whole point here is to cover manga, the manga equivalent of one anime season. And just to note, a lot of anime seasons usually go 12 to 24. A core, they call them cores, and one core is 12 episodes. And sometimes one season, like for example, Free Ren, goes for 24 cores, the equivalent of 2 seasons. But Chainsaw Man only had 12 seasons, 12 episodes of season 1, and I was able to walk through the whole thing and found that in Chainsaw Man, the season 1 ends at chapter 38 in the manga, and so this is gonna be I guess you could say a trial run to make sure that this works out and see if I can be able to do that with other manga, like say Sakamoto Days, whenever its anime comes out, or Undead Unluck, which I'm hoping I can make it the next seasonal manga to cover. So just to make a note here, I don't want to get ahead of the anime due to potential YouTube copyright. I think that the reason why everything's been peachy keen so far is because I'm not getting ahead of the anime studios with the manga. And as long as I don't get ahead of them, I don't think I'll have any problems. Just as long as I keep everything on the screen, watermarked or blurred out, depending on the situation. You'll be seeing that, when circumstances arises. But this is a nice little attempt, so that way I can be able to rotate manga, because manga can go very, very long. Look at One Piece and it's 1,100 chapters, 1,100 chapters. That's a forever thing, and I don't want to get stuck reading one set of manga for like 5 years and not covering other manga, because there's thousands of manga out there going as far back as God knows when in Japan, and many of them have gotten an anime. And well, I'll give you a solid example. Doctor Stone. Doctor Stone's manga is done. All 26 books have been released, and the anime is going into its final season. And if I were to cover Doctor Stone, that'll probably take me 3-4 years at the rate that I go. And I'm sure many of you, within 3 to 4 years, new manga will come out, and you'll probably be like, I want to see this new manga. So it doesn't help if I cover 500, if I try to do all 500 chapters in one go, and miss out on other cool manga, especially those that get an anime adaptation. Hence why I have the rule for that it has to be an anime adaptation, because I think that if I get ahead of the anime, that's when I'll get tagged because spoilers. Spoilers for one thing. Secondly, they haven't gotten their Takoban bounded yet. So yeah, that's why I'm making this first attempt here, because not only have they all been compiled into a Takoban, but they got a season 1, and after 38 chapters, I can jump into another series if it all works out. And I'm hoping that I can be able to do Undead Unluck and cover season 1 in the manga format, so we can have even more fun. And if this keeps on going, I'm hoping I can maintain seasonal manga, for many upcoming stuff. Hopefully, I won't fall. Well, I am probably gonna fall far behind. I mean, this is an experimental thing, so I don't know how it's going to ebb and flow in the long run. So this is baby steps. So let's just first see if we can make it work with Chainsaw Man, and then see if we can make it work with Undead Unluck. And if it works out, then start working on how to be able to do more seasonal manga and try and keep up with each season of certain series and shows and such. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So just to let you all know again that I do have a Patreon, as you can see over here. If you, it's right now my Patreon is completely focused on Let's Read mangas. So if you're interested, you are cordially invited to participate in the Patreon member poll. Dr. Stone, Spy Family, and One Punch Man are on the list. For those of you who are interested in voting, if you're interested in seeing me covering one of those three and 12 chapters, yeah, head on over and try it on out. It's an invitation. It's not mandatory. I want fans. I want fandoms. Fandoms are better commodity. They're better commodity. Bring me the fans. Bring me the fans. Make fans of this channel. Fans is a better resource than Patreon. But you can do Patreon too. All right. So let's not waste too much time here. I got my first set of character voices that I'm gonna cover, and we'll improv and we'll make it up along the way. So without further ado, let us read Chainsaw Man, Chapter 1 by Tatsuki Fujimoto. Dog and Chainsaw. In the outskirts within Japan, the city surrounded by rolling hills. Grass is nice and green. The sky is full of clouds and the sun. And a nice soft voice spoke. Tree cutting gets me 60,000 yen a month. The kidney I just sold, 1,200,000 yen. My right eye, 300,000. And so one of my cojones for. How much did it go for again? Not even 100,000. A young teenage boy continued scrolling down his list with an eye patch and a soft smile on his face. The list was very long. It stretched down his arm, and a line pointed at one important thing. That brings my debt down to 38,040,000 yen. Wolf! Barked a weird-looking dog with a handle on its head, a strange tail with a pull on at the tip, and a chainsaw blade wedged between the butt cheeks of its nose, and the tongue shaped like a heart, and his eyes full of determination. Okay, already. Pochita, I know. Let's go kill something. Murder is cool. And the young boy curled his hand around the cord, and with one pull, the sound of the chainsaw whirled. Ding, 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 ding. Kill I just one devil? Nets me about 300,000 yen. That's a lot of food. Yep, being a devil hunter is the best way to make some moolah. The young boy held Pochita like a chainsaw in his arms, hiding behind a broken down wall where a giant monster with hands for feet walked along with its angina dentata smiling about and eyes looking in every single direction. Chainsaw Man by Tatsuki Fujimoto, Chapter 1, Dog and Chainsaw. And with the mission completed, the young boy stood on top of the weird monster, its eyes bulging and blood spilling across like a sea. Not a single movement of the hand. This one's a tomato devil, sir. Are we gonna make pizza? It'll come back from the seeds, though, so you should burn it. Or at least eat it. Well, good job, Denji, the old man said, looking up at the young man holding his Pochita. This corpse will fetch a hefty sum in the black market. Your reward's 400,000. Wow! Denji said with a great smile on his face. Thanks. At minus 170,000 for your dead interest. Huh? Then after taking out the finder's fee, etc. Only 70,000 left for me, Denji said, looking inside the envelope and rifling through the yen. After I use this to pay the water bill, so I can pee, plus the debts I got to other people who want my other body parts, Denji said as Pochita walked alongside him. That's funny. I'm already down to 1,800 yen. Is that enough for beer? Probably not. I got nothing to eat at home. I don't even have a woman. And we have to live on this for the rest of the month. Okay, Pochita, Denji said, walking walking along the street with Pochita skipping behind him. Our meal for the day is a single slice of bread. At least we'll have some clean water. A car pulled up and stopped alongside him. The window rolled down, and sitting there was a man smoking a cigarette, looking out at him. Hey, why are we employing some kid as a devil hunter? The driver said to the old man. We're making him pay back his debt to us. You can see that, old man. Oh yeah. We're making him pay back his debt to us. Most accurately, it's the debt of his dead, worthless dad. Is this kid a pet devil? Really fit to be a devil hunter? No devil hunters worth their salt. Read the dead devil bodies. You can see now again. Would deal dead devil bodies to the Yakuza, now would they? Plus, what's nice about Denji is he always does as he's told. The old man said, looking out at Denji, who was staring out at the sky. Hey, Fido, I'll give you 100 yen to eat this cigarette. Huh? You mean it, sir? You know how nice cigarettes taste? They got menthol. Is it menthol? Yeah, it's menthol. All right, down the hatch. That's good menthol. Here's your yen. And the car drives off as Denji catches the yen in the palm of his hand. We'll call you again the next time there's a devil. And remember, if you run away, you'll be pig slop. Blah. Denji stuck his tongue out and spat out the cigarette. No, Billy, for 3 days, Denji said, crouching to Pochita with a smile on his face, rubbing its chin as its tail wags. At a shack at the top of a hill in the middle of a forest, rain pouring down, hitting off the roof with like the sound of drums. Denji sat down on his makeshift mattress, leaning onto a bunch of pallets, with Pochita on his belly, with a smile on his face, enjoying a nice slice of white bread. I heard something recently, Denji said, munching on. Apparently, it's normally eat your sliced bread with jam on it. Pochita listened on. Well, normal is just a pipe dream for us anyway. Denji pointed up while waving his bread. Feels like I'll never finish paying off my debt till the day I die. And I'll probably never go out with a girl. Can't ask a girl out over to my rundown shack. And I don't got money for a date either. Denji took a bite out of his bread. And Pochita just looked on in sadness. Wine. Oh, Pochita. Denji hugged his pet dog. If dreams do come true, I want to hug a girl before I die. I hear they're warm and soft and cuddly. It'll be a nice thing. The rain continued pounding on, transitioning into the past. A flashback ensued. Rain pounding onto the roof of a car where the old man watched outward. Denji stood before a gravestone, a mere cross, nothing written on it, as the tree swayed from the howling wind. Well now, the bastard hung himself without making this month's pay. You know what this means, kid? Yeah, you're gonna have to show your loyalty. Just like in Team America. I don't care if you beg for it or whore yourself out, which I'm prepared to do for you. Just have your 700,000 yen ready by tomorrow, or I'll cut your corpse into pieces and sell you. I hear some family in Texas is in the market for flesh meat. See you later. The car drives off, leaving Denji behind, staring out at the plains. When suddenly, Pochita arrived from behind a tree. Vroom. Denji looked back. He was shocked. A chainsaw! Vroom. Vroom, 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 vroom. Asai. It's a devil! Hey! Denji's eyes wide out. If you're gonna kill me, then get it over with, he said with tears raining down his cheeks. I'm gonna die anyway. Denji opened his eyes slowly and was shocked at what he saw. Pochita lay injured with holes in his belly. You're hurt. Are you gonna die too? Oh. Oh. Denji could feel the noose around his neck, ready to hang him high, and his eyes wide and open further. Bite me! Oh. You heard me? Bite me! Who cares if you're suffering and dying? You're a freaking devil. And I heard that if a devil drinks blood, its wounds heal. Oh. If you don't want to die, then bite me. Oh. And Pochita chomps right onto his arm. That's right. Bite me. Oh. My blood doesn't come free, though. This is a contract. Oh. I'll save you, so you save me. Because I don't want to die either. Oh. The old man approached them, and he saw a devil laying split in half, its intestinal organs completely spread out. Will you hire me as a devil hunter, sir? Denji said, holding Pochita by the rump of his buttocks and the handle on his head like a chainsaw. And now in present day, back at the shack, Denji lied down in the fetal position, crying his heart out. While Pochita's warm body keeps him from getting cold and hypothermia. He continued looking out at the darkness through the windows. It's so hungry I can't even sleep, Denji said, looking up at the ceiling. Pochita looked back down at him with pity on his face. When I can't sleep, I think about my death, and then it's even harder for me to get to sleep. Denji quietly stared up at the ceiling. Pochita rested his body on Denji's chest with a little smirk. Oh, I know. This is what I'll dream of when I fall asleep tonight. Listen carefully. Pochita opened his eyes and listened on. I'll spread jam on sliced bread and eat it with you. I'll flirt and stuff with the girl. I hear they're soft and warm. We'll play video games in our room together. I hear Overwatch is overrated, but we'll give it a try. And I'll fall asleep in her arms, 'cause she's gonna be a gamer girl. Do you like gamer girls, Pochita? Ah, it's a good dream, right? Wolf. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, awesome. Denji suddenly had a realization. He got up and sat up with one big black. Blah. Warf. Blood poured out of his mouth like a cascading waterfall. Denji stared out at the blood in horror as he wiped it off his cheeks, smearing it across his face. And suddenly there was a loud knock. His eyes looked up, ready to collapse. And then he looked back at Pochita and said, My mom. They said she had a heart condition, that she died coughing up blood. I guess that's what's happening to me and not all the missing body parts I gave. Oh. The door banged and was the old man outside. Denji, I got a devil for you. Time for work. Denji jumped in the car, drove off in the night. He leaned back and looked out at the rain in the night. Wish they'd at least let me dream. And they arrived at an abandoned warehouse, falling apart, collapsed, its frame partially exposed. The car enters through a garage door, coming to a complete stop. They stepped out and started walking through the abandoned complex, walking over debris and piping, leaking weird stuff. The devil showed up here, sir, Denji said, holding Pochita in the butt while gripping the handle. The old man says nothing. I don't see it. Maybe it hid somewhere. The old man remained quiet. And then he spoke. Denji boy, we're grateful to you, you know? Yes, sir, Denji said. You're obedient like a dog. And good dogs, well, you work for cheap treats like one, too. The thing is, I hate dogs. And I couldn't find the barn to take you behind, to put you to pasture. So we're just gonna have to settle here in this abandoned warehouse. Wanna know why? Why? Because I can't stand the smell. And suddenly, there was a weird sound. The sound of a shank. Denji just looked back, and there was a guy, a goon, if you will, with a machete stabbed right through him and Pochita at the same time. Oh, hey. Pochita blurted out blood in shock. Blah. Denji splurted out blood with his tongue stick out. Blood. You see, Denji, we Yakuza boys, well, we wanted to get stronger too, to make more money. You know how good money is. Well, you don't, because you're poor. So we decided to do like you and make our own deal with the devil. It's all in the details. And standing before everybody were the undead, corpses, bodies peeling, skin falling apart, somehow holding knives. And there was a devil with a brain sticking out, its face at the abdomen, weird guts connected to people, especially the old man. What we want is the devil's power, the old man said. And I want its death of all devil hunters, the devil spewed out loud. It's a devil hunter. These guys, they're seriously stupid, aren't they? Total suckers just like you. When I said I'd give them my devil partner, they became slaves freaking willingly. Isn't that funny? No. Too bad my power turns people into zombies. Look at them. They look like a Michael Jackson video. 'Cause I'm a zombie devil. The zombies approached Denji, lying on the floor collapsed with Pochita, their blood oozing out across the floor. Somehow they're holding knives. The devil spoke once more. Devil hunters kill us devils. I hate them. So I kill them. You guys, the devil said to all the zombies, still trying to figure out how they're carrying weapons. Cut him to pieces and dump him in the garbage. Denji's eye grew wide. Blood spilled out of his mouth. With all his strength, he lifted up a dying Pochita and ran, the zombies chasing after him. The race is on, and blood splurted out of his mouth. Denji thought, just dream of a normal life was enough for me. The zombies towered over his now dying body, swords ready on the swing. Do I not even get to have that much? I mean, come on, give me a break. And all the blades pierced through him and Pochita, each piece of his body collapsing into chunks. The moon rose high into the sky, the clouds passing through. The moon's light shined upon a dumpster with a bag of garbage and newspaper recycles on the side. The zombies walked away. very quietly, having done their job. Go and get something to eat. The zombies said to each other. And lying inside the dumpster were the pieces and parts of Pochita and Denji. Denji's head, staring out at Pochita, his blood slowly pouring down off of all the garbage and landed on Pochita's forehead, slowly seeping down to its lips. It entered its mouth. The taste was warm, and Pochita reacted as he dreamed of Denji's voice. Pochita! Pochita! Hey, Pochita, it's time to go to work. And Pochita's final memories. He's chainsawing down a tree. It fell over, and they stacked it up somehow with whatever strength they had together. Pochita, I might die while I'm fighting devils, he said while eating a piece of white bread relaxed on top of the logs. He passed his bread on over to Pochita, and Pochita took a quick bite. If I die, you'll be my one regret. You want to know why? Because you could starve to death or get killed by another devil hunter. You know how messed up that is? Pochita nodded while chewing on to his slice of white bread. Denji looked quietly over at a tree trunk where a flower suddenly grew out. I heard some devils could take over dead bodies. Denji leaned back, looking like a centerfold cover. If you're one of them, then I want to give my body to you. Not in that way, though. You know, in a whole different way. See, if you wait till after I'm in the ground, I bet even the Yakuza won't come after you. Then you can leave this town, and then... Yeah, that's a great plan. I want you to live a normal life and die a normal death like a normal devil. Isn't that cool? Ah. Make my dreams come true for me. Pochita, you're awesome. And suddenly, like strands and strings, pulling together the pieces of Denji, one right after another, the arm is formed. And on his chest and belly was Pochita, strands and all, like Kwato. Open your mind, he said, as Denji slowly opened his eyes. Open your mind. Hello. Denji looked right at Pochita. Pochita? Wolf. Did you take my body like I told you? 'Cause that's an awesome death. Mm-hmm. I've always loved listening to you talk about your dreams. You could talk? This is a dream. Pay attention. This is a contract, just like you made with me. Oh. I'll give you my heart, and in exchange, show me your dreams. I want to see it all. Especially this warm girl you talk about. Show me! Pochita! Denji pushed himself out of the freaking garbage, debris falling all over the place. His arm outreached, hoping to grab Pochita. My wounds, he noticed, of perfectly intact skin. They're gone. And then he saw on his chest Pochita's tail. His memory flashed before his eye, a happy Pochita wagging its tail. Pochita! And the zombies looked back. Hey, you doing back out in the garbage? Huh? The devil caught notice of what the zombies said to each other. Denji just merely looked out, confused, wondering what's going on now. Yeah, we got the ribbons. And he's still alive? Gross. Yes, I really hate devil hunters. You guys, eat that freak. He looks fresh. Oh boy. These guys already had plenty, How come they want an even better life? Like, seriously, how much of a loser do you have to be? Perhaps I'm the same. I should have been happy as long as I had Pochita, but I still dreamed of a better life. Does that make me a loser like them? I mean, I know they're coming closer to me and everything, and ready to stab me up, but I don't understand dreams. Oh, I get it. Everybody dreams. You can't help it. Then dreaming's not a bad thing. It's not bad thing, but if you're gonna get in our way, then die. And with the grab of the pulley and a quick yank, there was a loud roar as all the zombies piled on top of him. And they piled on top of him more, pushing him further into the ground. He has to stay down, read him, said the devil. And they continued on, climbing over each other, munching until a chainsaw stuck out of the pile. Ring, ding, 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 said the chainsaw. And out came a gruesome beast with a helmet, sharp, jagged teeth, and chainsaw on the head, and chainsaw on the arms, wedged between 3 fingers, where the middle finger should be. It leaned out. It leaned down and looked up. What are you? The demon said with absolute fear. Did that small fright devil take over your body? Then you're one of us, right? And without a word spoken, Denji took a leap of faith right at the creature. He landed directly into its face, his feet wedged into his mouth, wedged onto his cheek and chin, and his blade of the chainsaw ripped right through its head, and his forehead connected with its forehead, and it stood there with awesome pose. He screamed. "Ah!" A demon screamed out loud. It screamed so loud it felt nothing but pain. And it was split in half, its organs spilling out and pouring across the area. Its blood sprang like a fountain high into the air. As the zombies continued approaching Denji, he became soaked in blood like a vampire party. Well now, looks like you guys turned into devils down to your hearts. And since I get paid to be a devil hunter, Denji said through his mask, I gotta kill devils dead. And suddenly, he sliced through the first zombie. He beheaded the next one, and he rammed his chainsaw head into a third. I know, Denji said. If I kill every last one of you, it's bye-bye death. With a loud laugh, he jumped into the crowd and began to slice every single one of them, one by one. With joy in his heart. A black car pulled up right at the entrance of the abandoned warehouse. 3 strangers in suits walk in. Looks like someone beat us to the punch, the young woman said, looking at the pile of corpses and blood, reek of stench like no other, each one molded in pus. And standing before, amongst the pile, was Denji. Got a live one here. The young woman stood before him. You have a peculiar spell. It isn't human or devil. Denji just stared at her quietly. Did you do this? Oh yeah. Wait. Denji realized. Hold me. And he completely collapsed onto the young woman. She gave him a hug embrace. And the whole entire helmet began to melt away like Indiana Jones in the Raiders of the Lost Ark. And Denji stood in shock, his eye now intact.
Ah, you're human.
Uh, any chance it's a double possession? The young man said to the young woman.
None. You can see the possession on the faces. I came here to kill the zombie devil. I am public safety devil hunter,
She said to Denji. She leaned him back down onto her lap and caressed his head.
You'll have two choices. One, be killed by me as a devil, or two, be kept by me as a human. If you're my pet, I'll give you food.
Denji stared up. He couldn't believe what he heard. He thought he got out of one trouble, only to find himself back in another. He leaned his head back, and he had one word to say.
Food? That sounds good. What would I get for breakfast? Let's see. Bread with butter and jam, salad, coffee, and maybe the dessert. Oh, you have me at jam. That's a dream come true.
To be continued. Chapter 1. Dog and Chainsaw. Chainsaw Man by Tatsuki Fujimoto. Chainsaw Man by Tatsuki Fujimoto. Chapter 2. The Place Where Pochita Is. All cleaned up, Denji sat in the seat of the car as it drove along through the forest. His stomach grumbled from starvation. He caressed his belly, trying to hang in there.
Oh, that's my stomach. We haven't had breakfast either. Let's grab some food at the rest stop.
As the car drove down the road.
Sorry, I'm broke. Do you want to use my lung for the food? I'll pick anything you want. I'll pay. Really? Yeah, you don't have to sell your lung. What about my left nut? No, we don't have to go there with that. So, you'll draw attention shirtless. So put this on. Oh, is this a business jacket? It's a business jacket. You'll like it. People always call me dirty and smelly. Nobody ever comes near me because it's true. This is the first I've been treated real nice. And by a pretty girl at that. You're awesome. I'm in love. Yeah, I don't care about him.
They arrive at a restaurant. The car parked in the parking lot. They enter the restaurant, ready to eat. When suddenly, as they enter in, they speak.
Oh, I'll have udon and a hot dog. I want a hot dog. Is that okay? Sure thing.
Suddenly, a man ran up. He immediately grabbed another guy and screamed, "Help!" He was his head covered in blood, his shirt soaked in it. Denji just stared out in shock.
I'm the public safety double hunter, sir. What happened?
The man looked back, nursing his injury.
The devil snatched my daughter. My little girl took her into the woods.
Denji looked out into the woods. The fence completely split in half, and a trail leading deep inside. Hey, curry udon's up.
That's me. Well, that's your name. Denji, you just asked now? Shouldn't we have stood in ceremony or something? I don't know how this works. Okay, Denji, enough talk. I don't want my noodles to get soggy, so you go and kill the devil by yourself. I'm hungry. Oh, but I'm hungry too. And I'm having udon. I never had udon. Let me have udon.
An experienced devil hunter is on the job, sir. He'll save your daughter. Please remain inside the building for your safety.
Really? You guys?
The young woman said.
Did you forget? You're my pet. Only answer with yes or wolf. What?
Denji said with shock.
I don't need a dog who says no. Oh. What does that mean? Did I have to explain this? I heard from an acquaintance in the crime scene division that our useless dogs get euthanized. Okay, the udon will get soggy.
Oh, sorry, that's Makina. I'm getting a little thrown off here. This is not. All right. Okay, I'm getting a little thrown off here. Given that this is like the first chapters, saying you could tell Fujitsuki is trying to get this settled in. He's trying to get settled in with his panels. Okay, that's Makina talking here.
Okay, the udon gets soggy. Off you go. Well, that's your answer. Yes, ma'am.
And Denji walks through the forest, in fear of his life, of the young woman and the two businessmen behind her. He takes in one nice step, tired, exhausted, starving. He does have he did think about her. He had a thought about her.
I thought she was nice. I even liked her a little.
He imagined, he remembered her hugging his body.
I can't believe she was that scary. Treat me like a dang dog.
Whoa!
Oh, wait. I am a dog. And I just remembered Puchita's dead.
Denji realized as he crouched down and hugged his knees.
La!
A girl laughed in the distance, and Denji lifted his head up. Denji looked around the tree, and his eyes grew wide. There was a young girl standing before a devil that looked like a snake.
Oh, please,
she said, standing before the devil, shielding it.
Let this devil go. Oh, wait, what? My daddy.
She looked back at the devil.
When he has a bad day, he beats me. And when he was hitting me in the parking lot today...
The devil looked up at her, listening to her story.
This nice devil saved me. Oh. So please, don't kill him. He's my hero.
The devil leaned closer, looking out at Denji. Denji looked away. And then he remembered what Makima said.
All useless dogs get euthanized. Oh.
He pouted. And he looked at the devil, which reminded him of Pochita and his happiness.
Oh.
And that's when Denji spoke.
Hey, wanna run away together, the three of us? Huh? That's very creepy. That's very creepy. I was buddies with a devil too, you know. There are good devils out there.
Then Denji watched her petting the devil.
But if I let this devil go, they're gonna kill me. So do you wanna run away?
Oh? The devil was pretty surprised at what he said.
Can we? We totally can.
She laughed, grabbing his hands. Suddenly, weird strands started forming over her cheeks. Denji continued laughing until he went silent. And the devil immediately lifted him up. It grew in size and stared right at him with 3 eyes and its mouth wide open. Ha! I win! The devil's strands connected to the back of her head, keeping her controlled like a puppet.
What the heck is this?
I'll show you something good before you die. I'm Muscle Devil, and that means...
Oh!
Denji's arm snapped from the coil of the Muscle Devil's strength.
I can't control any muscles I'm touching,
Denji said. And the young girl continued smiling and laughing.
I'm gonna have fun with this female. Brat, behave yourself over there, okay?
Her tears began to fall from down her cheeks as the pain continues to subdue her. And her laughter, her maniacal laughter from the devil, caused Denji to lower his head.
"Ah."
And with his teeth, he reached for the cord, and with one pull, a chainsaw shot out from his arm. Ah! It pierced the devil. It pierced the muscle devil, and he began to scream. Oh yeah, what a relief! I won't feel bad for killing a lowlife like you. Denji's face immediately turned into the helmet, and his tongue stuck out from amongst the jagged teeth. And with one simple swing, he severed the head of the muscle devil and split the tail off as well, freeing himself from its grasps. Meanwhile, Makima takes a bite out of a hot dog. A corn dog, really, with mustard and ketchup scrawled on it. She smiled as she chewed on it, and she looked back, right before the open fence, and said,
I see you're a useful dog.
And Denji, coming out of the forest, carrying the girl on his back, who was passed out, he only had one reply.
Wolf.
And as the girl was being checked on by her father and medics, Denji stared out, his eyes rolled back, and he completely collapsed, landing right onto the breasts of the young woman.
Uh-oh. Oh, she smells good,
Denji thought.
You're okay? Sorry. I end up cutting my own body with the chainsaws too. It looks like I lose too much blood and I get faint. But at least I had a nice fall. How did your body end up like that?
She asked.
My pet devil became my heart,
Denji said.
Unbelievable, right?
He remembers Denji playfully patting the back of his head back in the days.
I don't want to believe it either. That Vegeta died for me. It makes me sad.
And the young woman looked, very silently. Back on the road, as they drove through the mountainside.
Historically speaking, your condition has very few precedents,
Makima said.
So few it hasn't even been named.
She smiled at Denji.
I believe you.
Denji looked up at her. He was shocked.
I have especially good nose, so I could tell.
She pointed at her nose and winked with a smile.
Your best friend is still inside of you.
Denji stared out in surprise.
And not in the poetic sense. Your body has two scents, human and devil.
Denji's eyes grew wide at the surprise.
Okay.
Makima nodded.
Wow, that's a huge relief. I fusion hot pochita. That's awesome. Oh.
His stomach growled once more.
I'll eat that udon,
Denji said.
You look unsteady. Can you feed yourself? I can't. Oh. I can't.
And moments later, the young woman fed Denji.
Say, oh, good. Wolf,
he replied. And she leaned on her hands, her chin resting on her hands, and looked out at Denji with comforting eyes.
Hard to believe you actually enjoyed that soggy udon. What a good boy. You really are like a dog. Yeah, being a dog is cool. In fact, it just occurred to me. I think I got Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, by the way, what's your name? Machinima. Oh, Miss Machinima. Well, what type of guy do you like? Huh? Well, I'm waiting. Someone like this boy named Denji, who Full Metal Alchemist with his dog. Denji? Wait. Huh? That's me! Yes, that's you. Now roll on the ground and fetch the newspaper. Okay.
To be continued. Chainsaw Man, Chapter 2. What a start. It's very interesting compared to the Japanese language one that I've seen, that I've been reading here. First and foremost, I just want to show you all. They have this in full color. Here, it's in black and white. I'm not sure if you can see the opening page here, but as you can see, it's in black and white. So that's actually pretty interesting and pretty cool. Um, Basically, I started picking up Chainsaw Man when it got to around book 7. When I got around book 7, so yeah, I've been so pretty much near the beginning. So I've been at it, like scooping these up. Uh, so it was interesting to see what they would look like in color in the manga panel. Um, yeah, I've it was a great start overall. Established the kind-hearted Denji. You know, what he's willing to go through just to survive. It's very terrible what happened to him. Like he has no other direction but up, because the only other direction down is dead. Is death. That's it. That's the only direction in terms of going down. So having a character that starts off like that, where he really has nothing to lose, and his starting point is um, his starting point is uh, I have nothing to lose. It really it really does give writers a good opportunity to really play around and pick a direction. Like this is a total sandbox character here. He could have gone in any direction with this character at his starting point, and going with devil hunting is very interesting. You know, he found a way. Fujimoto-san found a way to really establish how these two met, and I think it was pretty good. And that was the meeting of death. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows he's going to die. Pochita's already dying, and it's like, yeah, let's make the deal here. Um, a deal with the devil, no less. But this one had a positive outlook, because Pochita turned out to be a nice Pochita, and really was interested with Denji, compared to other devils, which I have to say their designs are pretty amazing. Starting with this one, but yeah, being able to really have this near literal blank slate for Denji as a starting point is pretty amazing. Um, and you know, it's like, how much further down can he go? He paid off everything imaginable and is just left with 1,700 yen, and all he could get is a slice of bread. And not only that, but yeah, his body is completely done for. And seeing his backstory, you know, saying, I guess one could say he's a kick the dog type of character, that kick the dog trope. But it's like, how much more can you kick this guy, you know? And he got the luck, um, through not only having such a loyal pet in Pochita, that really worked with him and helped him out, and you know, helped him out with chores like downing trees and taking down devil hunters. But you could really see the relationship between the human and the devil, because you know, Chainsaw Man, the devils are supposed to be bad guys, but you know, Pochita shows that there is, you know, good devils out there, like he said. But that's kind of like a rare thing. They're like far and few with regards to the devils. So he kind of lucked out on this one, but he would have definitely embraced that if it was any other devil. And this was such a beautiful setup here. Not only that, but I gotta say, this was freaking well done art here. It reminds me, the zombies here, the artwork of the zombies remind me of the old pulp comics, the U.S. comics from back in the days, before the dark times arrived, with the Comics Code Authority. This type of artwork really captures a very nice a nice feel to it, very aesthetic, and gruesome, like really showing just how horrifying it is. And what's great is how it establishes the different types of devils. I mean, this one looks very easy to take out. I mean, he took that devil out with just Pochita, but then you get this type of devil, which is like high level, a high level kill here. There was no way Denji was going to survive. I'm still trying to figure out how the zombies can carry the knives. Knife wielding zombies. let me put it this way: knife wielding zombies, rule of cool, total hardcore stuff. But yeah, we get to really, get into the mind of the devils themselves here with this one, and it's really good. It's really good because it shows that they enjoy and love death. Um, and Pachita, really showed interest and love in the grand scheme of things. Very gruesome, very good gruesome stuff coming out of this. Let's see here. Yeah, like open your mind. I got that whole quaddle. That whole quaddle thing is hilarious. Now let me contrast this particular scene here with the anime. In the anime, the animation was very very smooth flowing, considering its frame rate, and they really went into more greater detail, showing all the parts coming together, all his parts coming together and forming him. Here they kept it. Here it was kept nice and straightforward. Fujimoto-san kept it very quick, and showed the completion of Pochita and Denji, the fusion hot, the Full Metal Alchemist. And what I like also, but I'm not even sure if they went into even greater. I'm not sure. Didn't the anime go into greater detail with the dialogue here? I could have sworn that they had more dialogue than this. Um, but nevertheless, Fujimoto kept the pacing going, and it was great pacing here, and got us right to the point. That's very good. It got us right to the point, and again, man, the zombie art is just really good, man. It really screams the U.S. comic pulp comics, U.S. pulp comics, good old American pulp comics, like Tales from the Crypt. That's it. It reminds me of Tales from the Crypt. There we go. Very very nice. Very good use of the fonts too. Very good use of the fonts. I got a little tripped up with the dialogue though. Get to chapter 2 with that one, but you could tell it's a slow start. Look at the details, like all that graphicness. Like wow, just look at the you can see the muscle lines of that one zombie on the far right. You can see the garbage mess and the details. Is that a banana peel or something like that? And then you can see one of the zombies pulling the shirt down. Like this is such great attention to detail here. Really, really captures the horror. And then of course capturing Chainsaw Man and sticking his head out. And what a good fight here. And good use of the blood effect. It didn't overpower the panels here. I really love the leap. This is actually a very cool leap. That was not easy to do because look at the left arm on Denji's leap there. That is not easy to draw because that's a curvature, but it's going inward, away from our point of view, and yet managed to keep that little chainsaw sticking out there on the very tip. That's actually pretty good. Awesome shot. That's an awesome shot there. Like that's a hero shot. That's an epic shot. That's an album cover shot. Woo! And just look at all them organs. So yeah, and what a way to finish this off. Just look at this. Every ounce of detail. You can see a missing eye. You got like an eye socket missing here, especially on the left of that one. You can see Genji enjoying the whole moment. This is gruesome. I'm not sure why this zombie's looking back at us. Should be looking at Denji. But yeah, if you ever read Tales from the Crypt with the or any other zombie comic book, like from Tales from the Crypt, it's got that styling. It's very stylized like that, and it's very good. Very well done. And just like in the anime, falls over on her, and yeah. Which brings us to chapter 2. It's all dialogue from this point on. We're basically getting light exposition here. Saying. What's interesting too is that they cut this whole entire sequence out, namely this whole incident here. They just even though they did the restaurant, namely this part here. This whole thing. Um, it's very weird, but very interesting how they were able to cut it out because it was in like here where he collapses on her. They pointed that as being the result of taking down the zombies as opposed to taking down this muscle devil. I'm not even sure why they cut it out. I guess maybe it's because it's filler, but it gives Denji. I think personally, I think this should have stayed in because it shows that Denji. Actually, no. I know why, and I'm not gonna say it. Gotta wait until after season 2. I think I understand why, from a narrative perspective, why this was cut out. Why this was cut out, and I won't say anything until after season 2 is complete. That's spoiler territory. But I found it interesting that they cut this all out, and instead of him falling over here, her on here because of him fighting the muscle devil, it's because he took on the zombies. So they really cut a lot of this out. So it's very fascinating. But this really just shows Denji, finding, realizing that not all the devils are good guys because he was very naive at this point because he thought, he's listening to what she's saying, but he doesn't understand how they actually work. He just sees it in a black and white point of view. The devils are evil. There are devils like Vegeta who are good. You know what I'm saying? Because look how cute the muscle devil looks. You know what I'm saying? Unassuming and everything. And that's how Vegeta looked. But because he's so naive and suffering the way he suffered, he just was like, yeah, they're all like this. You got these cutesy looking ones that look like this, and the ugly looking ones like the one with the hands or the zombie devil. The ugly looking ones are the evil, and the cute looking ones like this one and Pochita are the good ones. And he finds out the hard way that's not the case. And I don't think this should have been cut out because this really gave more insight to Denji's naivete, that he's thinking that they're all like this, like Pochita. See how happy Pochita looks? But he doesn't know anything about Pochita. He got lucky with Pochita because he was knocking on death's door there. He had as the metaphor showed in chapter 1, he had the noose around his neck because of the Yakuza. So that's basically, this basically was a wake up call that the cutest looking devils are not good guys. They're not all Pochita, and that he got lucky with Pochita. So overall, chapters 1 and 2 did a great job establishing the rules of the world. Well, not the rules of the world. That's gonna happen soon enough. It establishes Denji's naivete, his outlook, and the wake up call he gets. Similar to how a perfect comparison. This situation here is a similar situation to what Luffy did when he went out to sea and didn't understand the dangers of the sea. Here, Denji doesn't understand fully the danger of the devil, and this shows it, and he had a bit of a wake-up call there, that cutesy-looking devils are not all cutesy kind like Pochita. So that was a good establishment there. It's a good establishment in that sense. So, yeah, basically, that's basically it. This was overall a fun chapter, and it's gonna be a lot more fun for you guys as we move on with Chainsaw Man. All right, so share your thoughts down below, comments below, like, subscribe. If you're interested, you're welcome to. You're not obligated, but you are more than welcome and invited to continue with this channel and more of these Let's Reads. Welcome every single one of you, and I hope you all had a great time. So I'll see you all for the next set of chapters of Chainsaw Man. With that, with all that done, I wish you all a good night, buenas noches, and oyasuminasai.